Hey guys, Waddler-D here. We're back for more Quackshot starring Donald Duck. And yes, Donald, I know, you've been waiting. We can get going now. This next dungeon has people in it. That's a surprise. Unfortunately, these people are kind of lazy and have strangers do their jobs for them. Donald, I know you might want to steal that, but you gotta consider this is not your uncle. This is a foreign country leader. Don't. Though, I kinda wish he did, because this next dungeon is a bit of a pain in the ass, because it's a door maze. Good news is that it makes this area a lot less straightforward, but it also makes it straightforward in tedium, because you're gonna get lost in here the first couple of times, especially if you don't know exactly which doors to enter. And the game doesn't do a good job of telling you that, hey, if you run past the red doors, you will automatically enter them, regardless of whether you want to or not. And yes, you'll be reminded of the really dumb Pete that didn't know how to ambush you the first time, again, and possibly again. Good news is that this place can last a total of 2 minutes or maybe 10 minutes, and you will probably not die because the game is so generous with the ice cream cones and the chicken. I mean, you'll pretty much be able to get through this place with no problems, and sometimes the enemies are just placed in really dumb ass-backwards situations where your back is pretty much, your front is facing their back. Oh no, what are you gonna do? Shoot in the back with a frickin' bubblegum bomb? Yeah. So what I would suggest you do is stick to 1, 5, 2, and then 6. If you get to these 4 doors, you will have a really good chance of getting to the boss. And the reason I'm spoiling this to you, because it's going to be spoiled to you anyway. Now, the thing about getting to door number 6 is that you still have options, which can be a pain in the ass, because you could then be sent back to start, excuse me by the way, and that would not be fun after doing all that hunting and pecking around, because this dungeon can be a pain in the ass. Luckily, it's a quick pain. That's all I gotta say. Except this asshole that will sometimes just sit right there and punch you in the face. This is the reason why this dungeon was easy, because this boss is hard. As you can see, not doing much against him, but he has apparently inhaled some spicy-ass curry and is using it against me. And yes, you have to hit this boss in midair to actually do damage. I do not know why. I guess apparently since the center of gravity is not level anymore, I really wish I could explain why you can hit him in midair and do damage, but nevertheless, keep that in mind. And also keep in mind that if you have anything like popcorn shotgun shells in your disposal, abuse them here, because it'll make this fight a lot easier, and you want to make this fight easy and quick, because otherwise this boss will probably murder your lives. Because that fireball attack I mentioned actually does 2 units of damage. What the hell? And yeah, you might die a couple of times, just like I did. Now, what I would suggest you do is to stay at the opposite side of the room from the boss at all times. If you get a hit on him, good news. You can just pretty much walk past him with no problems. If you don't, be ready to slide immediately, because that means you probably won't get hit by the pouncing bat that just flies in the air. Because this guy looks like he needs to go on a serious ass diet. You need to stop eating that fucking curry. I did not need to see that game. Now to dodge this attack, you just stay to one side of the room and then you slide to the other. Because that way it won't home on to you. Yes, the attack does home on to you. And basically you'll be okay. And if you can possibly do it, you can maybe hit this guy 3 times before he actually uses his fire breath attack. Donald, stop being rude. You just killed an innocent cat, man. These guys are gonna go extinct now thanks to you. Okay, your job is done. I got rid of your big pest problem. Now give me this damn thing. And I will never come back here again. Ever. So, we got the Sphinx here. Where could I possibly use this fabulous looking item? Well, let's see. If you know your geography, it's obviously Egypt, because where else are you going to find the Sphinx? And of course, don't be fooled by the message. You can just waltz up to the door and use the Sphinx tier. Awesome. Thank God. Because this now is going to lead you into a dungeon that is straightforward and difficult. As you can see, those are spikes, not a wall. And yes, that wall is trying to skewer you on those spikes. Oh no, you pretty much completely destroyed that obstacle. Don't think these traps are going to be this simple to figure out. Some of these traps in this dungeon are actually going to be very lethal. And you'll be questioning at times, seriously? You're gonna throw all this shit? Yes, they will. And this is where the game actually highly recommends you using a button you haven't even considered, the dash button. Don't be fooled by the man game, so the game will do that. Will they have like a freaking break in the spikes, and then they'll have these spikes that go up immediately? So you're gonna have to be a little bit smart there. Just stop yourself in between the breaks and you'll be okay. And I'm starting to notice a pattern. A lot of enemies and everything like to use fire against you, like fireballs, flaming tigers, and of course, I think one thing I have to remind myself of again. You know those fireball trails? The ones that go... Yeah. Hello. It's nice to see you assholes again. Yeah, I don't like these things because it just reminds me of wait your turn until you can get past them without getting hit. It can be kind of annoying. Alright, so if you're thinking this dungeon's getting really easy, here's where it gets to be a little hair-raising. Holy shit. Okay, that's not good. Yeah, and of course they have to do this thing on a number on you, where it's like, hey, you like the spikes on flat land? Here's them on the slopes now. Yeah, I'm really glad they are generous with the chicken here, but don't go too far to the right, because it looks like it's a floor that you can fall through. I mean, I'm just going by experience here. This is probably the hardest section of the game right here. Right now it doesn't look too bad, but if you fall in the fire, obviously dead. That was kind of obvious. I mean, collapsing bridge with falling fireballs. That's not good. Okay, you're gonna do that. Oh my god, jeez. Okay. Now it gets even worse. Yeah. Now do that with fireballs trying to fall on your head. What the hell? Okay, that was freaking intense game. And now, a break in the action. This is where actually things get a lot easier, because if you haven't considered using the dash button, use it now, because you are now not out racing that fireball trail, and I think it's probably going to do 2 bars of damage to you, so just make sure to use it, because the less damage you can take here, the better. Because you don't want to be killed in this very easy area. And you'll need all the lives you can get for this next section. And no, you cannot abuse sliding here, so just keep moving to the right. Don't stop, because that trap at the end is very cruel. Now, if you thought this dungeon was a big douchebag, this is the most evil part about the game, guys. This room kills you instantly if you don't figure it out repeatedly. Here's what you need to figure out. This scroll gives you a hint. 1 sun, 2 moon, 3 stars. So you're gonna have to jump on the buttons to make them move down. If you fuck up, you're dead. Simple as that. So make sure you jump on these buttons correctly, move them down in the correct manner, and then the thing's like, nope, you're not dead. Good job. You figured it out. The fact that the game doesn't tell you to jump on the buttons A, that's kind of cruel, honestly. That pissed me the hell off, because I was like, how the hell you get out of this room? It just blows my mind. The game's like, yeah, these kids will figure it out. No, they'll die about multiple times and get pissed off at your game. Hey, suddenly minecart. I did not expect to have an excavation site with the minecart attached to it here. Then again, it kind of makes sense. So, all I would suggest you do is be prepared to jump. Like, right there. And don't worry about the chicken. I mean, it's there, but it's not too important. But it's not too hard. I mean, this is pretty much as complicated as a minecart ride will get in this game. So now that we have the Spectre of Ra, if you guys know your Egyptian gods, Ra can give you kind of an idea here. So we need to go to the South Pole, because Ra is actually definitely not a damn key. Is this a flamethrower? That would be kind of cool if it was. Please be its flamethrower. Please be a fucking flamethrower. No. Aw, come on, that's boring. I wanted a flamethrower game. Oh well. I guess I'll take sun going super intense supernova in the sky and melting the ice on the South Pole. So now that we have the Viking key, you have only one place left to go. The Viking Ship. But I think we're going to stop here, guys. So next time, Viking Ship and beyond. So thanks for watching. Have a great day and adios. Good job, Donald. You didn't die.